Welcome everybody to day 4 of my developer diaries. So, the past 3 days have been fantastic. Uh, Day 1, I was a little nervous. We talked about decorating, all that good stuff. We did a little bit of decorating, but not much. Day 2, we went into more fun stuff. We created a jump scare. We had a lot of fun with coding, especially that little quip about Zombie Gone. But you'll have to check out my funny clip, or you'll have to check out my Developer Diaries Day 2 to learn more about that. Yesterday, Day 3, we created a funnel for our character to funnel them into the jump scare the way we wanted them to. Kind of a little developer trick to get them in position where we want them. And so today I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and so I'm going to actually create the exit point and show you a little bit about how I do that. We can't really do much with it right yet because we're not done with the level. But just getting that in place and kind of set up so that we can move on to the next level. So we're going to work on that today. Just a short video today. But I did want to mention a couple things in the introduction here. First off and foremost, you need to go down below and you need to subscribe, because we need to get to that 1,000 subscribers. And so push, because I want to give you those 2 games for free, but I got to get those 1,000 subscribers. So get down there and start subscribing. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think, so I can improve and so I know what I'm doing right. But also, let me know what you think of the game. Let me know if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to see, and hey, I might be able to get to it. So leave me some comments. Hit that thumbs up, like the video. Also, I got a link in the description to the Deadly Maze demo. Now there's been 3 iterations of that demo. I've updated it twice. This one is really stable and it's looking really good so far. I haven't really gotten any negative feedback yet. So, definitely check that out. Also, something new. Horrorfied Gaming now has our own domain. Horrorfiedgaming.com is now live. It's still under construction, so there's not much there yet. I'll be working on that tomorrow. So, go check that out. I'll put the link in the description for you. Anyway, it's time to get started. So, this is Developer Diary Day 4. Let's hit it. Here we are in Unity. Back at it again. Day 4, Developer Diary. So, time to get started. Also, let me apologize now if I sound a little sniffly, a little stuffed up. I got a small cold. It's that time of year. Bear with me. But that's okay. I'm still here. I promised you I'd be here for 7 days. I'm here. So, let's do this. Alright. Here we got our little funnel that we created yesterday. Our little kind of tavern area. So, we're going to go up here. Now, remember our hanging bodies. Oh, where am I? Where am I going? Nope, don't want to go down there. Oh, it's doing that. Oh, a little tip or trick here. If you get to a point where you're doing this little number, see that? I don't like that. So we're gonna go find our fancy room here. Where are you? I took a wrong turn somewhere on. There we go. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this body here. I'm going to press F. That focuses me on that. And it gets rid of that nasty little effect. So, okay? Okay. So, little tip. Something I just figured out not too long ago. Okay, so here we are. We're going to select our lovely Pro Builder model. Now keep in mind, I created this entire level from a cube that was only 2 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters. Okay, I expanded it out. I just kept making the level. That's how I do it. Pro Builder is a fantastic tool. If you're a Unity creator, if you work with Unity at all, if you're watching this video to get some tips, some tricks, here's one for you. Use Pro Builder. Nothing else compares to it. You can do so much with it. I've only scratched the surface of what you can do with that tool. So get that into your project and use it. So right now we have a little issue. Okay, so we have this ginormous room, right? And basically, what's going to happen when the customer, excuse me, when the player enters this room, is I'm going to have a trap set. And the trap set, we're not going to do that today because I still got to get some of the elements in place for that. But the trap set's going to do this. It's going to slide down this big concrete door. Okay? Kind of like what happened in level 2. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, download the demo and check it out. Anyway, so it's going to shut that door. Now, this traps the player in this room. And then they have to figure out a way to get out. Now, I like to be difficult in that they're not going to be able to get the key until they activate this trap. So, they're going to get to this room. They're not going to have the key. They're going to get locked in, so they're not going to be able to get out this door. So, then they got to go back out and get the key. So, the clue to get the key is going to be in here. But what we need to do is we need to kind of create an exit plan, okay? So by that I mean the player gets here and maybe they come over here, they come in here, they see this little scene, maybe there's a jump scare in here, and probably have a lever in here to open this door. And they go in here and they go in here and the door closes on them again. So now what we have to do is we have to create kind of two things. First off, we need to create a door. And I've already got a place set up for it. So I'm going to select up here for face selection. And we're going to select this face. Hey, I said, no, I don't want to select the whole dang thing. I just want that face. Thank you. Is select hidden on? Shouldn't be. No, it's off. Okay, that was weird. Alright, so here's what we need to do, okay? So we hold the shift key. We extrude this just enough to make a small door frame. Okay? That's a little trick of mine. Now we extrude it the rest of the way we want to go. We want to go back a little piece here. Okay. Now you can see when we do that, it sets up the texture from the wall on everything. Okay. So we'll give it a minute to bake. It's baking cookies. I mean, it's baking the lighting. Actually, let me go in here for a minute. I don't want to deal with that right now. I can always turn that back on later. Okay. So anyway, you can see that it's got the wall texture on all the surfaces. So we're going to have to fix that. But the first thing we got to do is we got to push this back a little bit more. And we need to select this face here. And you notice we're still going to have this door frame. And then we go like this. Alright, go out here. Okay, so here's our exit plan. Okay? But what I'm going to do is it's kind of got to go up. So we're going to create this nice little ramp. Okay? We don't want it to be more than 45 degrees because that's the maximum we can climb up. Okay? And then at the end of this hallway, or as soon as I start, at the end of this hallway, we're going to have a door kind of, what looks like a door. Another little trick in game development is if they're not going to get there, there's really no point in making it perfect. Here's what we do. We put a door up there that looks like a door. It fits there. It looks like there's a door there. And if they're not going to get too close to it, they're not going to see that it's still just a wall behind it. Shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, so it's going to look like a door, and they're going to start walking towards it, and then they're going to activate the trigger that's going to trigger the load screen, and boom, they go to the next level. So, this little technique here is something I've used on a few occasions. Alright, so now we want to keep the walls the same, but we definitely want the floor to be the same texture as the floor we got here. So I know I went kind of fast for you guys there, okay? So basically all I'm doing is selecting, I'm on select face, and I just shift and click in all the different boxes, okay? Now, we've got the floor selected, right? So, we need the texture. Well, what texture is the floor using? For that, click over to Inspector. We can see that mud brown is the floor texture. And that's one of my substances. Again, I'm going to say this. I love substances. Dude, there's so many options. Okay, I'm going to show you this real quick. So you got the substance. You go to substance graph. Okay, you've got all of this that you can configure for that substance. You can make it turn down the luminosity on it. I mean, you can make it look really bland, right? And turn up the luminosity on it. I mean, you can do a ton of stuff with this. And that's not... Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Look at what you can do with this. Whoop. Ain't that's just freaky, okay? I can take the same texture and do so many different things with it, okay? I like the way I had it, so I'm going to revert it. I mean, you got texture width and height. You can make this a 4K texture, which I did, by the way. Sorry. I got to stop chasing rabbits here. And if you don't understand that reference, it's a Texas thing. Anyway, basically means I'm going off on a tangent. I'm just talking about something that I shouldn't be talking about. Anyway, let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes. Still selected. Thank you. Okay, because I didn't select anything else. So we need to come over here and we need to find our materials. But we've already found our materials because we went and edited it. So mud brown, right? So there's the material for mud brown. Drag that over there. Okay, now it matches. Now, ceiling does not match. With the lighting in here, you can't really see the ceiling right now, but in the game, you can. So we're going to do it that way. We're not going to worry about the door frame part of it because the door frame part of it will stay part of the wall type thing. It'll be uniform. But the ceiling portion is stone gray flat. So it's also in here, and it's the stone gray flat 1. Boom. Now, that's up there. I know you can't see it, but trust me, it's there. I promise. Okay, so this is kind of big for a door, which is why I'm going to use the stone door. Now, when creating a stone door, now I can do several different things with this, but here is the honest truth. One limitation I've found with ProBuilder. You do not want to use a ProBuilder shape to make a door that you're utilizing in your level. Okay, made that mistake in level 2, and I could not get the animation to work properly, and that I couldn't get it to close because of the way it's configured through ProBuilder. It's not meant to move. Just so you know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Game Object, Game Object. There we go. Okay. I'm going to create a cube. Yes, I just called it a cube again. Okay. Um, we want to keep all this active, definitely. But we want to take this little guy, which is not so little right now, and we want to make it a door. So in order to make it a door, we have to make it thin, make it a little bit wider, and a lot taller. Okay? And then we need to take this little guy here and put him into place. Okay, so we can see it needs to be a bit wider. So come down with it a little bit. I want to recess a little bit. So was that on the bottom? Hey, get up here. Okay. And we definitely want to. Okay. So we want to increase the height just slightly because we want it to recess a little bit. And we go like that. Just a little bit more. Okay. So now we have our stone door in place. A little bit. Whoop. Gotta go a little bit this way. So that's recessed into the wall. Okay. So it's come up just slightly. Okay. So there it is, folks. It looking good. Okay. So now that we've got that in place, okay, first we need to put a texture on it. So what kind of texture are we putting on this one? No. That was silly. I want the material, not the prefab. No, that's the black one. Did it again. I'm not playing with a full deck today. Okay. It's a transparent one. We don't want that either. Okay. Um, uh, well, now, what did I use on that? That's just weird. All right. We gotta move this a little bit more there. Okay. So, all right, we're gonna use that one right now. We'll figure it out. That's weird. Okay. Hey. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got our door. Through trial and error, through thick and thin, we have our door. So we want... There we go. Told you. I got a cold. It's messing with my brain, apparently. Okay, so we're gonna... That goes up there, right? Leave just a little bit exposed. Okay, so now we need an amination. Not to be confused with a lamination. Alright, so add a component to it. Miscellaneous. And we don't want animation, we want animator. Now I have found it is a lot easier to work with the animator and an animator controller than it is with just a standard legacy animation by far. Now, I got a couple objects that came with standard legacy animations that I used just because it's easier than trying to reprogram the whole animation. But no. I'm making an animation by hand. I'm using an animator controller. That's it. That's all there is to it. End of story. The end. So, we want... Oh, that's right. We don't have an avatar yet. So we want to build a generic avatar. And then we need a controller. So assets, try and keep this as uniform as possible. Animator controller. And we want to create an animator controller. Now we're going to name this animator controller L3 underscore stone door. This is the only stone door that I plan on creating. If I create another one, I'll add a 1 to it. Level 3 stone door. Done. Now back to the animation folder, and we're going to create a emanation, and we're going to call that emanation idle, and I'm going to explain more about that in a minute. And we're just going to leave that one for now. So now we're going to go up under animation controller, L3 stone door, and I believe this is cube, the cube we want. So I need to rename this to stone underscore door, just so I know what it is. Easier that way. But I got all this stuff in my level here. Okay? Okay. Whew. I need a drink. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have stone door. Stone door needs L3 stone door animator. Boom. There 'tis. 'Tis there. It really 'tis. Alright, so we don't want to apply any root motion, none of that cockapoo. So now we need to go back to animation, select our animator window, and if you don't have this up, I suggest docking it somewhere so you have it, especially if you're going to be working with doors, because it's a lot easier to animate a door than it is to do a transform on it through the scripting. Don't do that. I tried that. Doesn't work. Seriously. Just animate it. It's so simple to animate things with keyframe, it's not even funny. Even I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So, we are looking for idle. I need to rename this. I'm lucky I didn't get a problem. Okay, so SD idle. There we go. Something simple so we can differentiate it. So anyway, SD idle over here. Okay, so we've got one animation. Now we're not doing anything with this animation. Okay, this animation registers the position of the door as it is before animation. The reason this is important is because, as I found out in level 2, and I need to still go back and fix this, it's not an issue, except that when you spawn into the level, you hear the door sound because it's part of the animation. So basically what happens is when you start the level, the animation kicks in and puts it in the up position. Okay, we don't want it to do that. We just want it to be there. And then we can close it and open it from there. And I'm going to show you how. Okay, so first off, we've got that. Go back to scene, select the object so we're active in our animations. Now we're going to come here and we're going to create a new clip. And we're really going to clip it. We are. It's going to be clipped. And we're all in animations folder, so we're going to call this SD open. Save that. Now it's over here too. Get rid of the loop time. Whenever you create an animation using the create clip in the animation editor, it always activates the loop time. Default. So always click on your animation, always disable that, or it's going to be going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and or up, then up, then up. You know, it's just a mess. So since we don't like messes, especially when it takes us 3 hours to find how to fix the mess. Long story, way back in the day. We're just going to click that loop time and get rid of it. No, we don't want loop time. Now, there are animations you want to loop time with and whatnot, but this is not one of them. All right, so for the sake of expediency, I'm going to create another clip and call it SD underscore closed. Okay, now SD underscore closed is right there. Again, get rid of that loop time. Now because we created them from there, they're already in here. Okay, so because we're starting in the up position, the open position with our idle, we need to go from that to close. Because you cannot transition from open to open. It does not work. Well, it does, but it's a pain in the neck and it's really creepy looking. Which might be fine for a horror game, but it's the bad kind of creepy. Anyway, we're going to make transition. Click over here. Now we're going to come down here. And we're going to make transition again. Click here. We're going to make transition again. Click here. And now we've got move these down here so you can see. We've got transition from idle to close. Boom. Right? Activates the trap. And then back to open. And then we've also got another to close. So here's the caveat, sort of. With this animation set up the way it is, with the activation and deactivation of just one Boolean value, I can open and close this door with a simple script. Very easy. If you remember, well, watch my jump scare tutorial. Okay, I'll put it in the videos section in my information cards. Definitely watch that video, because in there I show you a little bit about all this and how it really works. So and how simple it is to really make this door work without a whole lot of code and without a whole lot of hassle. So we're going to create that bool, and we're going to call it SD, or we're going to call it close underscore stone door, or SD. Whatever my idle position is for the door, this is where I want to create a Boolean value for the opposite of that idle position. Because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Okay? Have a trigger. Sets it to close. Boom. Done. But because of that, I want to have the... I'll show you when we do the scripting. We're probably going to get to the scripting tomorrow because we're kind of running out of time today. I gotta work in the morning. But we'll work on the scripting for this tomorrow, and I'm going to show you just how I work it in the script and how I utilize this. So just remember, you want your Boolean value to be named the opposite of what your current state is. So I'm open, I want close. So the first transition is going to be to close, which means we set our conditions to close SD equals true. When that happens, it closes. Everything is on par. Close is true, it closes. Close is false, it opens. This way we keep it universal. You can pretty much name that whatever you want, but if you name it what it's doing, it's so much easier when you go to program it. And it does not have an exit time. Don't want that. If you're setting conditions, you very rarely want an exit time. So, just so you know. Now, from close to open, again, no exit time. It's going to give me that warning. I need this, which I got. Close equals false. So if if the close Boolean value is false, it's going to do the opposite of close and open, right? Now, under this transition, the condition is again close SD equals true because we're going from open to close. Now, I didn't figure this out till very late on in my programming. And I figured it out based on, hey, I don't want that sound to play when the player spawns into level 2. It doesn't make the game look professional. It makes it look amateurish. And I am an amateur, but I want to look professional. So I was thinking about it. Finally figured it out. If I set the idle and I set the Boolean value, just that one Boolean value, these two transitions right here, and I know you can't see my fingers. I'm sorry, I'm used to talking with my hands. This transition and this transition both have the same Boolean value. But they can't activate at the same time because this one's going from idle to close and this one's going from open to close. So this transition will not activate unless this is the current state. So I can have that. I can have 3 or 4 different states that point to close that all have the same Boolean value, and it's not going to affect anything. So I didn't figure that out till late. I'm giving you a little snippet. Now, maybe you're just watching this to see what I do, and maybe you're really not interested in programming games. But this is kind of a tutorial. It shows you what I do behind the scenes. It shows you why I do it. It shows you how I do it. So maybe you'll try and do it yourself one day. And if you do, great. It's so much fun. And Unity allows for anybody to do this. You just have to take the time to learn. It also shows you I'm not somebody special. I'm not a Unity guru. I'm not some, big guy. Okay, I'm a person. I'm me. Okay, and I know that's easy to see right now because I've only got 8 subscribers to my channel. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm a big name YouTuber by any means, but I'm going to be one day. Mark my words. But I want everybody to be able to see these videos and watch my videos and know that I'm just a regular guy. I'm doing this for the fun of it because I want to create something for you guys. I want you to be able to play something that I created. That's my passion. That's what I want to do. And I want you to see this that I'm creating, this YouTube. I'm having so much fun with that, I can't even tell you. I can't put it into words. I'm having so much fun making these videos. Okay? I've always liked to talk. I've always liked to just be that person that talks and explains and interacts with people. That's who I am. I've been in retail most of my adult life. I'm currently still working in retail of a sort. Um, so I talk to customers daily. This is something I love to do. I love to talk to people. I like to help people. It's something I like to do. And now I have a way to do it that could potentially become a career. And if it does, it's great. But to do that, I need that 1,000 subscribers. So there it is again. Subscribe, okay? Help me out. But that's not the main purpose. I'm not here because I want to make big bucks on YouTube and be the next Unity guru or whatever. I'm here because I want to help people. So that's what I'm going to do. And that wasn't really chasing a rabbit because it was kind of on subject, but that was me talking way too much. I apologize for that. Sorry. I'm just passionate. And I want you to see that passion. I want you to feel that passion because it's going to make you want to watch my videos even more because you know I'm passionate. Okay. So back here. Alright, we've got our animation set up. Okay. The only thing our animation doesn't have right now is actual animation. So, I'm going to save that for next time. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end it here today. So I can get this on YouTube and then prepare for tomorrow and all that. So, subscribe to my channel. Get me to that 1,000 subscribers. Like this video. Okay? Like it. Because I know you like it. So like it. Comments below. Flood me with comments. I don't care if I got 1,000 comments a day. I'm going to respond. Okay? Comment. Okay? Engage with my channel. Okay? Because that's important to me. It's important to me so I know that you're here. I know that you're watching. It's important to me because it helps my channel grow. And I want to know what you guys want. I want to know what you want to see. I want to be able to improve. And I can't improve if I don't know what you want to see. So tell me. Comment. Email me. My email's, it says business email in my about section, but don't worry about that. Business. Just email me. Okay? Go to my website. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere. Okay? Go to GameJolt. Go to itch.io. Download the demo. Get in there. Look it over. Play it. Play it hard. Find some bugs. If you find some bugs, let me know. I'll get them fixed. So, you got a lot to do, but be back here tomorrow for Developer Diary Day 5. Okay? Now we've only got 2 days left. Alright? And I will be here Wednesday night. I'm going to East Texas to my mom's for Thanksgiving on Thursday, but I will be here Wednesday night with my video as promised on my 7th day. So, like it, subscribe, engage. I sound like Picard. Engage. And if you don't get that reference, go watch Star Trek The Next Generation. Anywho, thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry if I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry if I get a little too passionate. We will refocus tomorrow. We will animate this door. We will get the trap set up. So be back here tomorrow for Developer Diary Day 5. For now, this is Patrick with Horrorfied Gaming. I'm out!